In Menace, you are the commander of the TCRN Impetus, stranded in the Wayback System and in desperate need to take on operations to gain the trust of the factions vying for control across these planets. Today, we'll be taking a dive into how squad management works to better understand how to prepare your team for the missions ahead, and what you can expect when you take on your first operation. If you missed the first video on the strategic layer of the game, it'll be linked in the description of this video for some easy access. If you would prefer to check out a written guide, there's also a link in the description to the Steam version. Let's get into it. Each squad is led by a squad leader who has their own stats and perks that will allow them to be optimized for specific weapons, accessories, and playstyles. When you first start a new campaign, your squads will be equipped with standard TCRN equipment, gaining more options as you complete operations, gather loot, and acquire them from the black market. There are a few key areas to understand so you can take full advantage of your squads, starting with squad leaders. Each squad leader has 3 core stat areas to consider. First up are your battle modifiers, all of which have a direct effect while on mission. These are armor, modified by equipable armor for an infantry squad or the base armor of a vehicle for your pilot squad leader, detection, the ability to detect units within sight, concealment, how difficult it is for the enemy to detect your own squad, and vision, the number of tiles from a squad leader that can be seen. Armor upgrades and squad leader perks will be the primary ways to increase these 4 modifiers. Your squad leaders have a range of attributes and stats that determine their roles and effectiveness on the battlefield. A squad leader's attributes directly translates to their stats, making attributes a crucial element to understand. Agility to action points. This is the general agility, quickness, and dexterity of a character, determining how fast and efficient they can act on the battlefield. The maximum agility of 100 translates to 120 action points. Weapon skill to accuracy. Weapon skill is the level of proficiency with any kind of weapon and how effectively it can be used against an enemy. Weapon skill gives the character's accuracy. This attribute provides the corresponding stat at a 1-to-1 ratio, so a 70 weapon skill equals 70 accuracy. Valor to discipline. Valor is a character's overall determination and audacity, and their ability to withstand any type of physical or mental challenge. It translates on a 1-to-1 ratio to the discipline stat. Toughness to damage reduction. The toughness attribute translates into damage reduction applied to any damage received. Most characters start with a toughness of 50, which means they have no damage reduction. The maximum toughness of 100 translates to 50% damage reduction. However, certain characters that are more fragile than others might start with a value below 50, meaning they actually take extra damage from attacks. Vitality to hit points per element. Vitality determines the hit points of each element in a squad. The standard here is 50, which gives 10 hit points, while the maximum is 100, which offers 20 hit points per element. As with toughness, there are also characters with lower vitality, meaning the elements in their squad will have less than 10 hit points. Precision to critical hit chance. This gives the chance for each attack to score a critical hit, increasing the damage done by 50%. Most characters who are not explicitly trained in marksmanship will start with a precision of 0, meaning they have no chance of scoring a critical hit. The maximum of 100 translates into a crit chance of 25%. Enemies will not be able to land critical hits on player units. Positioning to defense. This is the ability of a character to disperse their unit or place their vehicle in a way that minimizes the chance of being hit by enemy fire. Most characters start with a positioning value of 50, which translates to no defense bonus. The maximum at 100 gives a defense bonus of 50%, reducing the enemy's accuracy against the unit by 50%. Promotion tax. For every promotion a squad receives, its supply cost increases. This is to encourage the use of less experienced squads. Growth potential indicates a character's ability to learn from experience, acquiring new abilities, and open to new techniques and teachings. The higher the growth potential, the faster a character will increase their attributes. In general, younger and less experienced characters will have a higher growth potential than older ones. Supply cost. The cost of using the selected squad leader and increases as you promote them. Unique starting perk. Every squad leader starts with one unique perk already unlocked. These are very different between squad leaders and are designed to make them feel unique and emphasize each individual's character. The last core consideration is perks. Perks are a way to increase the effectiveness of your squads, and while many squad leaders share some standard perks, each of them has a unique perk tree to craft the perfect squad that caters to your playstyle. From decreasing enemy cover bonuses to tossing some free action points to another squad, to a massive boost to the suppression inflicted by squad weapons. Perks are unlocked using promotion points, which increases their supply costs through the resulting promotion tax, as just explained. With those squad stats under our belt, let's get to the real customization of your squad. Every infantry squad has 5 customizable areas, starting with our squaddies, or the size of your squad. You can increase your squad to a maximum of 8 squaddies, or down to a minimum of 2 in order to deploy on a mission. Note that increasing your squad size will also increase your supply cost to deploy on missions, which we'll discuss in detail later. Next up, your infantry weapon, or the primary weapon your squad will use. Hovering over any weapon displays a range of stats, helping you find the right gun for the right squad. Consider stats like range, damage, and rate of fire for suppression purposes when equipping your squad with a particular weapon. Your infantry special slot is used for a unique weapon type such as a sniper rifle, an LMG, or an RPG, and is only equipped by your squad leader, with a much more limited number of uses than your regular infantry weapon. Armor provides your squad with additional protection, with higher tier armor providing increased durability and allowing for more infantry accessory slots to boot. Armor is broken down into 2 parts: the armor rating itself, which reduces incoming damage against weapons with armor penetration, and armor durability, which is only reduced when armor penetration damage is above the armor rating. Once armor durability is gone, the squad will take full damage from any incoming fire that hits. The infantry accessories can range from grenades and magazine pouches to explosives and reconnaissance drones, giving your squads an advantage on mission. One specific beginner's item to highlight is ammo pouches. Since your squad weapon has a limited number of uses, ammo pouches increase the number of times you can use it, preventing you from running out of ammo mid-mission. Pilot squad leaders are much less common but equally as varied as their infantry counterparts. Select your vehicle type to determine which modules you can deploy with, including MMGs, rocket launchers, and full-on tank barrels for area damage. Load up on accessories while you're here, and don't forget that you'll need to manually add squad leaders to the mission by selecting Add to Mission at the top right. Alright, we've prepped our squads, providing them with the range of weapons and specializations, including some custom names to instill some emotional attachment to our men. It's time to head into your first operation. Operations are relatively straightforward. They are comprised of multiple missions on a single planet, with divergent paths to pursue as you progress towards the final objective. You can select what operation you'd like to take on in the systems map on the bridge, which will provide you with some context on said operation, including planet biome, the enemy type you'll be facing, and the faction trust gained by its completion. Once you've selected an operation, we are locked in until you successfully make your way through it, fail a mission, or voluntarily abandon it. Each mission has a mission objective, difficulty, supply limit, and of course, mission rewards. Pay close attention to all of these. If you have multiple choices, the rewards could allow you to upgrade your squads with special equipment, or even provide more strategic assets, such as additional temporary military forces for another mission in the operation. Some missions will allow you to deprive the enemy of advantages as a reward instead. Once you've made your choice, it's time for mission prep. Mission prep provides an opportunity to review all the information you have before a mission launch, including areas of obstructed terrain, cover, and your deployment zone. Also included in the mission prep is the time of day and the weather, both of which have an impact on stats on the battlefield. The degree of information provided depends on the intelligence level, as mentioned in the strategic layer video. Having a high intelligence level, you can hover over both civilian and enemy squads, which will allow you to see what type of unit they are, how many are in the squad, their potential armor, which can affect where you deploy your own squads. It looks like we've gone over our supply limit for the mission, so let's make some adjustments by reducing the number of squaddies by a couple in both of our squads, and modifying some weapon layouts here. Now that we're safely under the supply limit, I'll drag my squads to the locations I want within my deployment zone, and I'm ready to deploy planet side. While each mission will give you promotion points and loot, at the end of a successful operation, you'll receive OCI components, authority, and a choice between 2 rewards to use for your squads. In between operations, you should check to see if you've unlocked a new level of faction trust and upgrade your OCI, as you cannot upgrade during an operation. Once you've finished, it's time to head back to the system map and select the next destination to assert TCR in control. That's your top level breakdown of both squad management and operations major. If you need a refresher on the strategic layer or want to review the written guide, head to the video description and be ready for our final video on combat, where things get truly tactical. Thanks for watching.